Thanks to Ranger Teddy's directions, finding our way back to where we started our hiking journey was easy, even if it was a bit too dark for comfort. Okay, good. We're not gonna get into, further problems of, getting lost alone in the woods, really, so. Eventually, we make it back to the parking lot, just as the street lamps were turning on. Okay, that's it. Hmm. The narration for everything was kind of giving more like the impression that it was actually much darker than it really was. But okay, I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. So when we return to the main area of the park, it's also gotten a lot less crowded. Unfortunately, I'm guessing the food trucks are going to be closed. Yep, some of the food trucks have called it a day and left as well. We're not cutting it close to the last metro home, right? Yeah, the last one will be in another hour or so. Phew, I was worried I was taking too long. Then we'd have to stay overnight, alone in the wilderness. I want to check out those food trucks now. Here, here. Looks like some of the food trucks are still around, probably to draw in the late night crowd. And there's practically no lines for them either. Neat! Let's see, what sounds good to eat right now? What are you craving, Liv? Olivia? I glance over to see that she's looking over at a nearby playground. Looks a bit derelict, having endured the outside elements for who knows how long. Something catching your eye? It's just that I haven't been on a swing in ages. Really? Back when I was little, yeah. Whenever Damien's family took me to the park with them. Then I sorta stopped. Safety concerns and all that crap. I'm sure the trucks will be here for a while longer. Would you like to try it? Are you sure? It's getting pretty late. Come on, we got time. Okay, let's do it. Olivia wheels herself back towards the small play area of the park. I follow right behind, taking the short walk to examine the metal structure. The swing set looks rough, to say the least. The support bar's painting is cracking off, showing the heavy rust beneath. The chains are crusty, covered in sparse remnants of safety tubing. And the seats, they're so loose and wobbly I fear the entire thing would fall apart if even Vinny sat in it. Olivia, are you sure? Okay, you know what, dude, is that you're going back and forth on this here. I mean, I understand after taking a look at things is that it's, doesn't exactly look the most secure, but come on, is that follow through on what you're planning, really? I mean, this is actually a sweet moment that you're setting up here. Hold it steady, would ya? I grasp the chains to hold the plastic seat in place while Olivia hops over into it. The metal and plastic groan momentarily as Olivia settles herself in. She moves her tail aside so it doesn't smack into me. Well? Alright, you gonna start pushing? Oh, right. Olivia snickers for a moment as I place my hands on her back. With a gentle yet firm push, Olivia begins swinging. It's a rhythmic motion now, to and fro. With every instance of her swinging back towards me, I push her with a bit more force to increase her momentum. Eventually, Olivia starts pivoting her tail to maintain her movement, meaning I no longer have to assist her. So I position myself in front of her to catch as she to watch, okay. Yeah, I position myself in front of her to watch as she swings like a pendulum. The creaking of metal becomes a simple white noise as I look on at her with ease. The cool night breeze and the swing's movement gently ruffles Olivia's hair. With a cherubic smile, Olivia's eyes close as she loses herself to the simple enjoyment of swinging through the air. To see Olivia having a moment where all her cares are gone, where there's no troubles or drama consuming her. To see her truly at peace. It's an image worth 1,000 words, and one I hope to never forget. And again, too bad that you decided to not bring your camera. After a while, I sit beside her on the accompanying swing. Say, Olivia. Yeah? Her voice is a soft whisper of contentment. What are you thinking? I'm thinking about today. It was nice. Really nice, Inko. Thank you for taking me here. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I was worried.
Don't be.
How could I not? It's my first date.
Inko?
Yeah?
About the formal.
Oh, do you not want to go? Olivia's eyes open and I can see them tremble.
I want to go. It's just Dawkins' memorial.
Oh. It's tricky leaning to the side, but I managed to place my hand on her shoulder for emotional support. I understand, Olivia. Whatever you want to do, I'll support you. Her fingers ring together.
I know you will, Inko. So, could you support me during the eulogy too?
My hand cups her cheek tenderly, and I give her my most reassuring smile. Of course, Olivia. Her eyes close once more, and she leans into my hand, nuzzling against it. She sighs pitifully as I draw away, but still smiles.
Thanks, Inko. I think I'm ready to go now.
I nod gently and offer a hand to Olivia, helping her off the swing set and into her wheelchair. We hold hands as we begin heading towards the exit. At least until Olivia needs her hand to help herself push. I guess things won't ever really be normal, but I'm okay with that. We grabbed our dinner from the taco truck, saving the spiced meats on flour tortillas on the go. The walk to the metro isn't long, and before we know it, we're back on the train and racing back home. The ride back isn't particularly eventful, and it doesn't look like there's many people in the cabin with us. We both take the opportunity to admire the cityscape, especially now that it's reflected against the red and purple streaks that cover the sky. 45 minutes later, Olivia and I share a hug before she departs the train and starts to make her way home. I watch her from the window of the metro as it takes off, and as her form disappears from my view, I feel an overwhelming sense of relief. That went really well. I hope she'll be okay for tonight without me there. Maybe I'll ask Damien to keep an eye on her for me. I should stop worrying so much. She'll be okay, I'm sure of it. It's December. Winter in Volcadero is officially here. Okay, so now we're at a point of skipping again, okay. So let's see here. Getting ready for the formal. Meeting up at the Paynes? Mrs. Payne's voice carries a tone of worry with it. Turning to her, I see the older woman staring at Olivia's door. What is it, ma'am? She shakes her head with a smile just shy of uneasy.
Oh, nothing. I wanted to make the night extra special for her, so I decided to break out my old sewing machine.
Oh, okay, so this is probably what's different then, is that, Sophia, or Mrs. Payne, is the one that actually does most of the sewing. It's not a joint effort between her and Olivia. So therefore what she's wearing is probably going to be different then?
We were going to tailor the dress together, but...
Another shake of her head.
It's fine, Inko.
Was it, though? What if it isn't? What could I even do if it wasn't? I nod and lean back, letting the small talk between everyone else continue. My concern only grows heavier as we wait, though. And inevitably... That must be your ride.
Oh dear, I'll go and hurry Olivia along then.
My voice is quick to cut her off. I'll check, Mrs. Payne. All eyes are on me, all questioning why.
Oh, wait, that's right. Yes, is that it makes things a little bit more difficult, what with her having to try to hide the bruise on her knees, really. So yeah, that's gotta make things a little bit awkward. Probably why that... So maybe it's actually going to be more that Olivia is the one that worked on it fully and not with Mrs. Payne, aka Sophia. I'll check. Damien, Liz, can you hold the driver for a bit? Damien flashes me a thumbs up and heads out,
Liz's body following after.
Don't take too long, okay?
Her head departs at my nod. It's a little interesting thing, actually, to, read now that I'm thinking about it, is seeing that her head follows afterwards, really. So, if you didn't know that she was a Brachiosaurus, really, so you'd think she was, some sort of, phantom or Dullahan, really, so a little bit interesting. Oh. Anyway, when I move to Olivia's door, her surrogate parents follow. Sorry, but could Olivia and I have some privacy? Inko? Probably not, because the thing is, remember, you are a teenager, and she is a teenager, and they are her surrogate parents. They are supposed to be looking out for her safety and her well-being. So, even though that, you two have genuine affection for each other, is that it's kind of a hard ask to ask loving, doting parents to not follow a teenage boy into a teenage girl's room to make sure that they don't do anything, surreptitious or basically anything untowards, really. So, we'll just leave it at that. Please? Look at Sophia here, really. So she has definitely a questioning look, really. So Randy, he doesn't have too much of an expression. I mean, I guess he kind of gets it, really. So, but still, he is the father figure, and he has to look out for his daughter. Is that his surrogate daughter? Yeah, why am I saying surrogate? No, it's that their family. Their family, okay. It doesn't matter if it's a blood tie or not, really. So, their family. So, he's looking after his daughter. End of statement. Sophia almost protests, but thankfully Randy takes her hand. Better hurry. That driver won't wait too long now. They walk into the kitchen quietly, whispering to one another. My knuckles tap on the door just hard enough that Olivia had to hear it. Another couple taps. Okay. This is slightly concerning. Olivia? My fingers wrap around the handle of the door and twist. Pushing the door open, I'm greeted by sheer blackness. Inko? The sound of my blood pumping is in my ear from Olivia's weak voice. Did she not wake up? Has she been asleep this entire time? Quick as lightning, my hand finds this light switch and flicks it on. And I see. Yeah, she's definitely not ready. Hey! The relief is so powerful I have to steady myself with a hand on the wall. I don't know what I was expecting. But Olivia is okay, just... You're not dressed. Wrong words. Olivia sits atop her bed, still in the clothes she wore today in school. Not the handmade dress that's on her wheelchair. It's eerily similar to a month ago how she's curled up in her sheets, with wadded up paper once again spread over her bed. The only difference this time is Guts, sitting in my spot and chewing idly on one of the pieces of paper. Olivia picks him up, nuzzling comfortingly into her plush pet. What's wrong, Olivia? The rat is set down with a heavy sigh and Guts scampers away. With my spot freed up, I sit next to Olivia. I pick up one of the crumpled pages and unwrap it. To call Mr. Iodokun a teacher is to be unflattering. He was above and beyond that. He was beloved to all. The next line is crossed out. The rest of the lines are crossed out. There are all variations of the same few phrases, but together in every possible combination. The strike-throughs grow increasingly more aggressive with each line deemed unworthy. I pick up another sheet. It's the same thing. Each new page is just cross-out attempts to get the thoughts in her head onto the paper. Stop that. Olivia, are you okay? That's a stupid question. No, I'm fine. It's been months, and I'm still not ready to say goodbye. Meanwhile, everyone else has moved on. Stupid, isn't it? I understand. You don't have to give a speech or anything if you don't want to.
Olivia sags and sways until her head is laid softly on my shoulder. I feel her fingers intertwine with my own, and finally allow her anxiety to escape with a heavy and slow exhale. The minute of tranquility is then shattered by a blaring horn.
What is that?
Oh, crap. I take my phone out to see the half-dozen texts from Damien and Liz, all of them expressing my need to hurry up.
Hey, dude! Hurry up! Everything okay? Hey, dude, you there?
Go without us. Something came up. We're gonna do something else.
Alright. Take care.
With that weight off our shoulders, I let my phone fall onto the bed next to us. I told them to go on ahead.
God, Inko, I'm sorry.
You don't need to apologize.
No, you spent all that time getting ready. And Auntie even helped me with the dress, but I can't do anything.
Come on, Olivia. Don't worry about it. I don't need to go to the winter formal. I just want to spend time with you. And we can still do that.
Still, I don't want to sit around here. Not again.
Well, we could go out somewhere. Any ideas?
Nothing comes to mind.
We could just take a walk around and see what happens. The Christmas decorations ought to be in full swing now, if nothing else. It takes a few moments, but Olivia's eyes slowly begin to light up.
Okay, that sounds a little fun. Besides, I'd hate to waste a night with you all gussied up like that.
Her sultry grin grows as she eyes me up and down. I'm blushing. I can tell I'm blushing.
Anyway, sorry I couldn't do the same for you.
It's fine. I'll find an excuse to make you wear it later. You want to go now?
Yeah, could you help me up?
Sure.
Thanks.
I stand up from the bed and bring over Olivia's wheelchair, helping her into it slowly.
Let's go.
Grabbing the chair from behind, I guide Olivia out of the room and through the deserted townhouse. On the metro, it's strangely emptier than normal. It's just Olivia and I in the car, for once. Now that I think about it, everybody's going to be at the formal, so it really is just Olivia and I tonight in general. The metro gently sways us back and forth while we wait for my stop. I glance over at Olivia through my sunglasses. She's turned back, staring out the window, drifting through her own head as she repaints the world in her image. She does see things differently than most. It's a gift she should treasure more. Man, is this really okay? I get the feeling that this is one of those things that she's always going to regret. Not that I should have forced her to go or anything. Still, I should probably try to do something about the situation. But what? Our stop is in another 8 minutes. My head fills with thoughts of my empty home, and I consider... Is that where I should bring her? Some lonely, isolated place? Maybe... A slapdash plan forms in my head. It's pretty stupid, honestly. And I'll be making it up as we go. But it'd be infinitely better than letting Olivia just hide away more. 5 minutes. Olivia doesn't seem to be paying attention. Her head is turned, eyes focused on passing scenery through the window. She probably expects me to tell her we're at my stop. I can feel the train slowing down, just a bit more. So I stay silent and turn my head towards the window too. I guess she must be deep in thought, because even as the train stops at our station, she doesn't budge. It's the moment of truth. The doors slide open. And then they shut. The train continues. We're now in untested waters. The train takes us to an unknown destination. Hope it's a good one. After a few minutes, Olivia comes out of her reverie confused.
Well, wasn't that our stop?
Oh, was it? Whoops.
Oh well.
Oh, Inko. It's going to be hours before it loops back around.
Well, we can get off at this next stop and wait for a different train. Or take a taxi back, no biggie.
You don't seem that surprised.
Well, I'm looking at it like an opportunity. We can go do something neat. Something neither of us are expecting now, right?
Yeah, I guess. I think that'd be cool. Yeah.
The metro starts slowing to a halt. I squeeze Olivia's hand. Adventure?
Yeah, adventure.
I gesture out the door in a polite ladies first manner. Then I start pushing her once she's away from the wall. The cold December air hits like a brick wall. Jeez, it's freezing. We exit the metro onto a carefully placed stone path. The district is enchanting, older buildings of faded stone and brick with colorful lights casting them in a magical glow. Older, but well kept, as we move along the cobblestone road, I feel as though Olivia and I had gotten off the train in another time period entirely. Gas lights decorated with tinsel replace the modern street lamps that normally light up the sidewalks. The difference between this place and the rest of Volcadera is night and day, and manages to invite an even cozier feeling of the holidays. Whoa.
It's the city's old financial district turned tourist spot. Hard to believe that it's managed to stick around after all these years.
You've been here before?
Dad took me once.
So, what do they have around here?
Just some restaurants and shops. Usual stuff that any tourist spot's gonna have. But I think there's a few small art exhibits around here too, if you want to see those.
Sounds good to me. We continue walking down and admiring the district side by side. There's a few other dinosaur folk around the area, but it's noticeably clear that they're well wrapped for the sake of heat retention. Thick coats and puffy jackets were the primary apparel, with some added scarves and beanies to further aid in keeping warm. Though even with it being purely for necessity, there's clearly a winter fashion scene to take advantage of. A small but noticeable chattering noise pauses my current train of thought. I look over to Olivia, who's doing her best to stop herself from vibrating in her chair. Only now does it dawn on me that Olivia's hoodie is the one thing that's shielding her from the frigid climate. Hold on a second. I quickly undo my coat and drape it over her.
Thanks.
It's worth getting my ass handed to me by Snow Miser if it means keeping her somewhat protected from the cold. Shall we? After a bit more walking, we find ourselves in front of a quaint bistro. Thinking about it, I am a bit hungry. There are a few tables inside, but the outdoor seating looks relatively open. Inko, don't sit out in the freaking cold, please. Don't. Your girlfriend is shivering was shivering in the cold, just like, I had a better simile I was going to use there, really, so, but now I just lost it, so, because of the stupidity of this himbo boy. Anyway, there's even heat lamps near each table. Maybe I should just, let myself continue reading first before I, actually come to commentate in the middle of, like, what would be an actual train of thought. I don't know. Just for my future consideration there. I gesture towards it. Olivia glances over. She considers and gives a brief nod. When we enter, we share a mutual exhale as the warm embrace of modern air conditioning welcomes us. Wait. What? No, okay. That's just general use of air conditioning. That's just a general use of the word there. There's no line, but the tables are all occupied. The waitress behind the counter is sympathetic to Olivia's shivering, though, and offers us the patio table beside the largest heat lamp outside. Our order of burger and fries was quickly made, and we're ushered into the warmest spot in the front of the restaurant. The warm burger and heated light invigorate Olivia. I hadn't realized just how bad the cold weather affected her, and I feel relieved as I watch the color return to her scales. And I do see eyes. I do see what looks like eyes right here through his shades. I'm not sure if you can tell really so from your computer screen, but I can see it from here is that there is like a little arch
A little arch, and then like a little black circle thing here to like indicate the eye. So, I mean, so he does have the eyes, really. So, and it's the first time we're actually seeing them outside of like his anger expression. And as she recovers, so does her appetite. As I slide my plastic basket of fries to her, I notice that the little square has gotten more populated. Despite the cold, several dino families fill the remaining seats, some with food, some just taking advantage of the heaters. Something going on? I poke Olivia and gesture around. She shrugs. After a few more minutes, an oddly dressed group crosses to the middle of the square. Compared to everyone else, they're very underdressed for the weather, wearing fur vests and oddly baggy shorts. There's 10 of them in total, a family of feathered raptors. Swallowing a mouthful of burger, I turn to Olivia to ask and see an excited grin on her face. You know them?
Shh. Oh man, I forgot it's Friday night. There's always some live performers here. Just watch.
Whoa! An elder-looking dinosaur stands out front with a microphone. He must be the leader? Ringmaster? Good evening, everyone! It's a truly magical frosty night out, so let's warm things up just a little bit for everyone! Each member is adorned with various hoops and juggling pins that light ablaze. So please, gather close and let the Ashtail clan share a little fire with everyone. And I will introduce myself. I am Firemaster Alejandro. I assure you, tonight is a very special show. They continue setting up. A sign is placed nearby with their socials on them. I do a quick search and... Whoa. With these kinds of numbers, this must be quite the spectacle to garner an online audience of this size. Several children tug away from their parents and sit on a perimeter set with rope one of the members had laid out. It makes me just a bit nervous, but they're professionals. I hope. We begin with the traditional Bateria del Fuego! A drum beat starts playing from a nearby amplifier. It's a steady, strong beat, no doubt meant as a metronome for the group. After a few seconds, the troupe begins dancing. Rods spun aflame, creating wheels of fire that they ran about the square. The crowd cheers as the embers sweep by them. The Firemaster, a grandfather-looking dino, is the wildest of them all. He wields a pair of chains, the ends of which are ablaze, and he spins them about with reckless abandon. That man alone is a veritable firestorm among the rest of his troupe, even going as far as to let the fireballs bounce off his body to create more unique, flaming shapes. My steak fries sit abandoned as Olivia is entranced by the live performers, her silver eyes wide as she takes in a particular performer as he twirls about with flaming fans. Actually, looking at all the performers, they're all raptors. It's a family troupe. Shh! Indeed, all 10 fire dancers look to be a single large family, though there were some minor differences between them. The biggest one being small flourishes in their vest and prop. The tempo of the beat hastens and the spiraling fire dancers move around their elder more swiftly. Then all at once, the drumming halts, and the performers bring their fire props to a halt before them. The older leader's chains swing straight up, the twin fireballs hanging over him for a split second. The blazing orbs descend and... All the raptors exhale into their props as the fireballs crash into the earth, creating a great gout of flame upwards in facsimile of a bomb blast. The fire recedes, and the members of the troop regroup, the ringleader once more taking front and center. There's applause. A lot of applause. I didn't even realize I was clapping wildly until I felt my palms sting. The elder dino motions for the crowd to quiet down, and once we are all silent, he makes to speak. Thank you, thank you. His accent is thick and his tone gravelly, further showing his age. For those of you who are new to us, we, the Ashtail clan, the Ashtail family, the other 9 members hoot together, blowing smaller flame pillars, have been in these mountains since time immemorial. He saunters around the open square, casually twirling his chain as though there weren't a football-sized fire at the end of it. Generation upon generation, we have entertained visitors to Volcadera. I, Alejandro Ashtail, am the seventh head of the family.
He pauses to let the crowd take in the information, and then struts back to his family. There's murmurs, and even the other performers look confused, as he wraps an arm around one of the female performers and moves back to the center with her.
And this is my granddaughter, Michaela.
Alejandro pushes the young woman forward, a shorter and more lanky raptor compared to the stocky leader. She looks to be about our age.
Greetings, friends.
Tonight is also a special show for another reason. It marks the 25th year I have led this group. It is quite a lot, is it not?
Hard to tell when you are getting gray hairs when so much of it tends to singe right off. He pauses for a chuckle from the audience.
However, the sands of time stop for no one. So, that being said, it is time I step out of the spotlight and give the new generation their time to bask in it. And as I take my leave, it is my great honor for me to declare that she will be joining the ranks proper. I have taught her everything she knows, and I am proud of her. So please, welcome her in, and expect great things from her, for she will be inheriting the title tonight.
¿Qué?
The entire family is whispering to one another now. This isn't staged?
Michaela, you are of age now. 25 years to this day, my own grandfather had bestowed upon me these chains of leadership on this very spot. The crowd oos. And on this, my 25th year of performing, I find that you are ready, my granddaughter.
The chains finally stop spinning, Alejandro now holding and presenting them to the crowd, and then his granddaughter.
Go on, the crowd, she awaits.
Michaela hesitates, her hand shying away from the chain as though it will burn her. I mean, she looks nervous.
Grandpa, this is...
Up. I know you are ready for this, sweetie.
He looks her in the eye, and his once bombastic tone is now more soothing.
You have devoted your life to our traditions, absorbing all the lessons in earnest. You have that fire inside you, just like the fire that I am giving to you now.
The fire master turns to the crowd with a gigantic grin, his voice larger than life.
Do you agree, my friends?
A thunder of cheers and clapping echo, the crowd fully invested in the family ritual taking place. Someone starts chanting her name, and soon enough even Olivia and I are chanting with them. Michaela! 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 Our voices invigorate her. With a loud and triumphant whoop, Michaela takes the chains from her grandfather. The balls of flame spin once more, far more wildly as she hollers uproariously along with the crowd.
Yes, Michaela, now go. It is your show to run now.
The old Dino meanders back with the rest of his family, taking up Michaela's abandoned baton before taking a seat amongst the crowd near us.
My friends, with great honor, as the 8th head of the Ashtails,
the other 8 performers once more exhale tall pillars of flame.
Let the show continue!
With a graceful somersault, a new drum beat blares through the speaker, and the dancers begin to move with their flaming props. The new members move with elegance. She clearly had a lot of practice. That grandpa.
Wow. Hey, what was that?
What was what?
Your smile just faltered. I saw it. In the corner of my eye. What's up?
Aren't you observant? I just feel for him a bit.
The Fire Master? Why?
In a way, it's kinda sad. The great Alejandro will retire, and his granddaughter will take his place. What's he gonna be doing for the rest of his life? He loves this job, and he's just retired. He's never going to do it again. He's going to enter his twilight years and know the best is behind him.
Is that what you think?
It's what I worry about. Olivia looks back to the show. The newest member dances elegantly. The performers laugh and hoot in the square with the new leader of the troupe. Compared to her grandfather, she's far more energetic. Her flourishes and sweeps are far faster than Alejandro's. But even still, for snippets of seconds, I would see some worry cross Michaela's face. Questioning herself, or her movement, or something. The look would vanish, though, when another of the troupe would pass her by her. The look would vanish, though, when another of the troupe would pass her by, whisper something to her, or perform a duet move with her to help correct her. Taking the show now, it feels less refined compared to the first act, but also more real and vibrant. The firemaster claps along and laughs to himself, giving reassuring thumbs up. Olivia looks to the old man, lost in thought.
Well, maybe there's a little truth there, but, I mean, look at him. Does he look sad?
No. He looks like it's the best day of his life. He's really happy for his granddaughter.
His granddaughter, that he taught everything she knows. Everything he learned from his father. One day the torch was passed to him, and he upheld that legacy and he inherited for years and years. He had an amazing career, and he raised her so he could trust her. And now she's ready to do all that herself. Again, it's a matter of trust. You don't think someone as old as he is isn't able to tell? It's like an old tradition, you know? Only a poet could appoint another poet. Things change. People change, but a talent, or a craft, it has to be passed down or even the little things become impossible to do. Alejandro knew his craft well enough to perform for 25 years. And look at Michaela. She's performing just as well as he did. He knows better than us, Inko, so I don't think he's wrong for wanting to pass on his legacy. To pass along everything you know like that to someone you love. It's to grant that person their purpose. That's why he's happy. Life's full of uncertainties. To raise someone up to take your place is one of the biggest challenges. Moving forward with no fear of the future at all, making it so even the apprentice can become a master and pass on what she knows, just the same. That biggest challenge turns into a great blessing. To keep going, even when it burns. Always moving to a final victory. And in the end, he won.
I wipe the tear from her eye. She leans into my hand. Somewhere in there, something changed. He started referring to two people. I want to tell her, but she knows.
I think I'm ready. Inko, I got it!
You got what?
I really can't explain it right now. It's more of a feeling. It's like a flame. We need to get back. What are you waiting for? Let's go!
She yanks my arm and starts burning rubber towards the direction we came from. Olivia, go where?
The formal, dummy!
What? She races off back toward the metro station before I can even finish my question. Wait, the eulogy? I take off after, the uneven cobblestone making catching up very difficult. As I pass the propped-up sign, I stop, yanking a 20 from my wallet and dropping it in the tip box for the ashtails. The little girl standing by it beams at me with a toothy grin. I'll melt later, can't get distracted. Where is she? I gotta catch up to her, still speeding towards the metro station.
Is there still time?
It's almost 9.
There's time, we can make it! We can make it!
Should we run back to get your dress? Olivia stops and skids to face me.
It's the other way, we can't!
Both our heads jerk sideways to the boutique we stopped in front of. Our hearts skip a beat. In the distance, the familiar sound of the metro's arrival. We have maybe a minute. You got $200. Merry Christmas.
Thank you, come on!
Olivia drags me into the store, scanning for anything she'd find acceptable. What kind of dress do you want?
I don't know anything about dresses!
Shit, okay, what's your favorite color?
Green, the fuck do you think?
Of course it is!
Shut up! You know this fashion shit, you pick something!
Okay! Time slows as I scan the shelves, cataloging all possible dresses in sight. There's about 3 green dresses on display. The lime heartburst wiggle dress looks like something I'd hurl on, and the Grande Verde classic wrap dress aged faster than the wine-guzzling wench that made it, which leaves the newer Little True's deep green dragon perch kimono.
This is a little...
Yes, it's beautiful. I take it.
I toss it over to her and she catches it. With the dress in tow, Olivia wastes 0 time and speeds right out the door with enough force to nearly knock me off my feet. I have to stop the shop owner from giving chase by hastily handing her the 2 Benjamins. Sorry about that, keep the change, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays! Olivia's still ahead, trying to put the dress on already and still move forward towards the metro. We're right there. Lift your tail! She understands and quickly lifts her tail in an upright position right before I grab her handles and keep rushing forward. Right as the doors start closing, I muster all the strength I have in me and boost Olivia into the cabin. I managed to throw myself inside before the door could close on my foot. I slide Olivia to the side and stop myself on the armrest of the opposing seats. I'm left breathless. The heck are you out of breath for?
It's tense. Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. I finish catching my breath and sit in the seat normally. Olivia moves into her spot and keeps struggling to put her dress on. She tosses me her hoodie.
How does this even work?
Olivia waves the kimono around like a signal flag, confused as to what goes where. Here, let me help you find... I bought a smoking jacket a while back. Shouldn't be too dissimilar to wearing one of these, I think.
A smoking jacket? I didn't think you smoke.
I don't, just thought it would be cool to have. I keep Olivia off her wheelchair and onto the metro. I help Olivia off of her wheelchair and onto the metro seat, since that should make the process easier. It takes a bit of trial and effort and a quick snootu tutorial, but we eventually get the Naga Juban and kimono on. Totally aced that pronunciation. After making sure all the knots are tied securely and her tail is poking out of the accommodating slit on the back of the dress, I help Olivia back onto her wheelchair. Oh, that looks awesome. That looks awesome and cute, really, so I fully approve.
Well, how do I look?
I take a good look at Olivia in her dress. Even though this was at the last minute, she still manages to take my breath away. You look beautiful.
You're just saying that.
I am, and it's the truth.
Wait, do you still have the tickets?
I reach in my back pocket and pull them out, offering her to see. She takes one and stares at it intensely in her hand as though it were gold.
7 p.m. to 10 p.m.
She glances up at the terminal. 9:30.
We can make it. It'll be close. The speech might go a bit over the limit, but we can make it in the last minute. Okay,